It's time to ride in 3, 2, 1, let's get it. Come on, pull up a chair.
Hi there. I almost didn't see you. Welcome back to the writer's room. I really hope you started recording, by the way.
I did, yeah. I gave you a slight signal, yeah.
I hear it. Anyways, welcome to the writer's room. I don't need this anymore. Actually, I didn't throw it that way.
So he had a bit planned that I wasn't ready for, but it seems like it's going well.
Bit barely planned. I just want everyone to know, and I did my math correctly, and I checked the calendar, but happy Thanksgiving. Happy past Thanksgiving. Happy past Black Friday. I'm wearing my sweater because it's Thanksgiving season. Cole, did you know that my favorite holiday of the year is Thanksgiving?
Oh.
It actually is. So I'm happy. I'm thankful to be spending this time with my best friend, doing what I love, and that is writing for you guys.
Yay!
Cole, what are you thankful for?
What am I thankful for? I'm thankful.
Good luck following that one, because I know you're not going to get better than that. But you're thankful for, and go.
I'm thankful that I've gotten to create this vodcast, this YouTube channel, and create so many memories, just writing stories, doing all of these things, growing this thing that we've created into what it is so far, and I'm so excited for what I'm going to be able to be thankful for a year from now. Aww, fuck you.
Guys, oh my god, this is gonna make me cry. Well, we're thankful, and of course I know we're both thankful for all of you guys at home, so thank you so much for taking time out of your holiday weekend to come hang out with us a little bit. But let's just get to brass tacks. Last episode, you saw us finally get over the hump of all the rewrites that we've been working on our feature film beat sheet, Ouroboros.
That's right.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're back on the up and up. We're back to making actual progress of new things. And the order of business today, I don't know how far we're going to get, but the order of business is to see how far we can get through this prison break escape sequence.
Yes.
That's correct. Yes.
That's correct.
So let's remind our audience, we do have our little cliff notes here of how this shit's going to go down.
Correct.
So what all is going to happen? Would you like to read that, Cole?
Shoot. I was going to try and do the controversy bit again, but I forgot what I was going to apologize for.
Go for it.
What was it? Shoot. Oh, this is not a good look.
Go find it.
This is not a good look. This is bad.
He has plenty to apologize for. You just got to think about it for more
than
3 seconds.
All right. I've got it. So, as you all know, I'm in a controversy. I'm involved in one every week. Today, I forgot that it was Thanksgiving for this recording. I'm very, very sorry. I do have a lot to be thankful for, and it is amazing that I do have that to be thankful for, even though I had completely forgotten about the holiday where you're supposed to be thankful. But in a sense, that just goes to show that even in everyday life, I'm thankful. And I hope that we can all continue to grow, and I will learn from this, and I will do better celebrating that one time back in the 1700s when the Pilgrims and the Indians didn't try and kill each other, even though diseases would probably spread. So, happy Thanksgiving, and thank you
to Cole for forgetting, but I forgive you.
Thank you to everybody who has been so patient with me and my in my many controversies.
Yes.
But
very true. All right.
Anyway,
now
so
let's remind ourselves what we're gonna be going through in this next bit of sequencing.
Correct. So in our summary, I'm going to read the previous 2 bullet points just to kind of lead us into it. So as you all know, we worked on our kind of Godfather montage portion of the film where the leader comes in with the council and the Genier is going through the ritual. So we're going to start towards the end of that sequence and go into our cliff notes, which will be expanded upon during today's episode. So the coyote puts his hand on his holster, ready to pull it on the wolf. Before he can grip, the wolf hits him over the head, knocking him out cold. The wolf grimaces. And keep in mind, this isn't written here, but keep in mind the coyote is heavily injured. He's missing an arm and has a broken ankle, so he's not exactly in tip-top shape right now. The next bullet point. Genier is thrown into a cave cavity and metal bars create a jail cell-like room. There are 2 beds. One has a lump in it already, signifying that the coyote's already there, and the door is slammed shut. That leads us into our prison sequence. So, this consists of sequence 2.2 to 2.4. So, starting with 2.2, Genier is thrown into prison, insane asylum atmosphere full of horrific half-human, half-monsters. Genier feels danger, which that's the entire kind of area here. The monsters watch as Genier writhes. In monster transformation pain. I do think we give her a break during this segment so she can shine a bit more.
So
but
we can
but we haven't
ixnay that.
Yeah, well, we haven't gotten there quite yet. I think she wakes up, she's kind of in pain, but it kind of goes away. I think that's kind of what we do there.
Okay.
Coyote meets with the council and reports his adventures. So that's just not even correct at this point. So that
was before. We did do that already.
So we're going to delete that bullet. So this takes us into 2.3. So 2.2 will have a emotional conversation between Coyote and Genier, where Genier, essentially, the overall goal of the conversation is this: we're experiencing, in a sense, Coyote's Dark Night of the Soul moment, where he's kind of brought Genier into this situation, and now he's lost everything.
Has to figure out a way to say I'm sorry.
So it's essentially going to be Genier, not intentionally, but teaching the Coyote how to open up and be emotional and have an emotional intelligence, which will then lead us into 2.3. Coyote is shown as a traitor to HQ and thrown into the... All right, so we've already... All right.
So we kind of got that already, too.
Wait, what is happening? We're fucking up.
No. We've got all the information.
Yeah.
We just need to do it a little bit. It's fine. It's fine.
2.3, they escape their cell like a labyrinth with super people monsters. I think we decided there's going to be some just regular experimented on people that have just kind of gone insane. And some of those people turn into monsters, some of them didn't. Maybe there's a mixture of things there. But the whole thing with 2.3 is they're going to be fighting their way out of this labyrinth of a prison that is very spooky, scary, essentially. And there's probably still some leftover back and forth talking between fights, but it is it's going to be a lot of scary and action. And then that will bring us to 2.4, which if you haven't seen the last episode, I highly recommend you go watch that. But
Check it
in
back
our
out.
layout at the entrance of the prison, there is a pair of holding cells. And we today, if we make it this far, we'll have to pick between
Choice to make.
killing a family of 5 and the kids that she rescued sees it and thinks she's a monster, or Brayden's idea, which is killing the kids she rescued from the night, or she kills one of the kids she rescued from the Nightcrawlers, which leads to the other one thinking she's a monster still. So then once that is done, they will escape HQ, and we have Junier's recovery from her Dark Night of the Soul moment, which will be at the entrance of the prison when she kills somebody based on our whichever idea we choose.
That's the part for Act 3 when she actually starts to process what's happened,
Correct.
and then she gets to her revitalization and back into the action. But then she turns into a monster and things go to hell. But
This is going to
we
be
get the idea.
so because our original plan was to have them betray each other, and I was not quite on board with that personally. And I'm so much happier with what we have now. So
I'm happier with this too. I think this works. This land's better. It's still emotional, and we still kind of get this interpersonal conflict between them without jumping the shark in a way that we haven't really earned in the run time. So it's all it's about tweaking. You have ideas of things that you want to happen, and you just realize in the way that you have it written out, it's just not going to work that way. So you course correct. You think, well, what would make sense for these characters to do where I can still get that nugget of greatness, of great conflict. And in this way, it was, killing some kids.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Essentially.
So
Jinx, you owe me a Coke. We're in the prison cell. Oh, yeah.
That's crazy. So yeah, we're in the prison cell. Junier. Gosh, it's so hard to remember because it was a week ago. But we discussed Junier.
Don't fucking play that game. Don't play that game. We already said it in the last episode.
I know.
Yeah, it's literally the next hour from last week. So don't even play. Don't even try. Just go ahead and say it.
But we discussed Junier has probably been out for a few days. So Junier wakes up from being unconscious for a few days. The coyote is beaten up and fetal in the oh my god okay.
Oh, it hurts to look at.
Okay,
but I'm practicing gratitude and thankfulness today because it is
fetal
Thanksgiving season, even though it's kind of past, and all you fuckers are already in Christmas mode. No, let me have this. Let me have Thanksgiving.
He is staring off.
Anyways,
at the wall. Junier asks what happened. That's kind of where I forgot. Okay. There we go.
what happened?
This is kind of the emotional shit.
I still think that. Okay, so here's the moment, the build up to this scene. Junier has entrusted her life into the coyote. There's a ticking clock engraved into my body that I will die a horrible death, a horrible transformation, if you don't save me like you promised. You're going to take me to this place and you're going to get your job done.
Yeah.
What happens is he hands her on a silver platter to these horrible, fucked up little demons that are going to extract blood from her, turn her into a weapon, and then discard her into prison. And he realizes that not only did he do that, but his entire life, he's been doing things similar to that without realizing it, and practicing and spouting out all these talking points that he believes he's doing things for the better. Now, he is in this situation where he has to face her, face to face. And then what does he do from there? Does he say, I'm sorry? Does she even ask what's happened? Because she's kind of been thrown to the dogs by the coyote. What? How does this conversation go? If you were, let's make this personal. Let's put ourselves into their shoes for just a minute and see how this scene plays out between two human beings. If you're Jean-Ye and you if you're Jean-Ye and don't.
No,
and you've trusted a friend, like say me, and what I end up doing is throwing you on the curb and letting my friends curb stomp you. And then the next day I come over to your house and I'm like, hi, what happens? Like, what are you gonna do?
So, can I say why I want her to be confused at the beginning of this?
Sure, because she's been unconscious for a few days.
She's been unconscious for a few days. She has literally had blood magically sucked out of her. There's no way she's gonna be with it enough during that pain to remember. Like, she's gonna have a bit of memory loss. So I think the beginning needs to be confusion. The coyote starts to explain. Everything starts to come back to her. And then we do the interrogation, which then turns into her helping him somehow. Okay. That's my thought process.
Okay. I do see confusion at the start. That does make sense. She's been unconscious for a few days. She's just had like half of her bloodstream taken out of her by these creepy dudes in Halloween costumes. And so she's like, what's going on? Where am I? Well, coyote, why are you here? What does the coyote say? Let's flip it around. If you took me and threw me on the curb and let your friends curb stomp me to the point where I have a concussion and you come over to my house, what are you going to say?
I have no fucking clue.
Exactly.
There's nothing. I mean, there's nothing you can say that's going to make this feel better. Even though it wasn't even really his fault. Because it's so much more complicated than what you've even just used as a metaphor.
For sure. This is a quandary on top of a quandary on top of a Rubik's Cube of an emotional situation for these two characters to go through, which is why it makes for great drama and great film and great stories, because that's where we get the joy. But the issue is how do we make this believable for two characters to kind of interact in this moment? So that's where my head's at, is how do these two characters approach this scene in a way that's befitting to who they are, but also reflects the journey that they've been on. Because the coyote at the start of the movie would not behave the same way that coyote is going to right now. And Jean-Ye at the start of the movie is not going to behave the same way as she will in this scene. Because they've gone on a journey and we have to reflect that. Specifically the coyote, because this is his big turning point. Not so much Jean-Ye, because she's kind of going further down for a couple more scenes. So, I don't even know what he says. Does he even say anything? Like, how does someone who is so emotionally stunted and is basically being forced right now to make amends for what has been his entire life? Man.
Well,
there's not many instances where I kind of feel a little stumped with an emotional thing.
If we're following my thought process, he has to say, it doesn't have to be a lot, but it has to be enough to jog her memory. He could literally struggle to just be like, I thought they would help you, and that could be it. And then it's just like, I don't think we need to flash back to it, but maybe we, her eyes are just
here's
like,
what I'm
like realization. So yeah, go ahead. Acts confused.
Because I don't like when characters ask too many questions, and I already know this scene's gonna be full of questions of like Jeannie being like, "What's going on? What are you doing?" And blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
Writer tip for you, for people that are wanting to get better at the game, as often as you can and as much as you can, avoid making characters ask questions, because asking questions between characters is just like a roadblock. And it's an easy way to kind of like go through a scene, but many professors have said there's always a better and more interesting way to get the information across than by having characters ask a bunch of questions to each other. I'm sure you've watched a scene where there's a character that's like asking a question every line of dialogue for the entire scene. If you can think of a scene like that, aren't they a little like, I don't know, kind of boring, flat, it takes some time to kind of get like really good at this and writing around questions, and that still teaches your audience things and still has a character act confused. But there's always another way, and the easiest way is through body language. So here we go. I kind of said all that to say
that the coyote notices. So you can continue your thought. I gave you a little transition.
Looks around in a daze.
Ooh, podcast listeners, Janae grabs her at her head, looks around in a daze. Where am I? In parentheses with quotations and a question mark.
So we're kind of, yeah. Begin parentheses, begin quotation. Where am I? Question mark. End quotation. End parentheses.
Correct. Correct.
There we go. Okay. Next bullet point. Junier gets out of bed. The coyote notices. Period.
Yes.
Next bullet point. This is all for all of our listeners out there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cole is wearing a Snoopy shirt.
It's a parody of E.T.
Charlie Brown as the boy in E.T. and Snoopy as E.T. He's got the purple
bicycle
accent light on the side of his face. Mm-hmm. I am wearing a Vincent Van Gogh sweater, and I'm in the room that I am.
I'm currently moving my mouse across the screen. It's gonna circle around Brayden's head.
I'm stroking my chin as if I am thinking, like in that statue, The Thinker. Is that what it's called? The Thinker?
The Thinker? Man? Yeah, no, it's The Thinker.
Thinking?
Based on Night at the Museum, that one movie, it's The Thinker.
Yes. Okay. Anyway. I hope you feel like you're a part of the scene now, if you're not watching. Anyways, what the coyote does next is I think Cole is kind of on the money here. Is that coyote is just like stumbling over his words, stumbling over his own tongue. I didn't know. Just following orders. Thought this was the right. He's not going to say all this. Maybe. Well, the right thing to do.
Something along these lines for sure.
Yeah. Thought this was the right thing to do. Just wanted to give life for once instead of taking it all the time. Janier tries to snap him out of his trance. I think she's kind of like engaging in her emotional intelligence for the moment where she's still a little confused because she needs him to stop in order to ask him what's going on.
Yeah. Just like, come on, talk to me. Like, dude, come on. What's going on? What the hell's... Yeah. What the hell's going on?
What the hell is going on?
Mm-hmm.
And then, how do we snap this into her? How do we get her caught up to the audience again?
The blood. Have him say the blood.
Oh, literally just say the blood?
Well, it's temporary dialogue. I thought you were gonna write my name. Cole said to have the coyote say the blood.
Cole told me to say the blood.
Oh shit. Okay. The coyote just says that. Crazy shit, bro.
Some guy named Cole came into my brain and said, say the blood, so I'm just gonna say that. And Jean-Yé's like, oh my god! Jean-Yé, instant. Let's see. How does she react? How do you think she reacts now that she's back up
her
to
eyes
speed?
widen. Her eyes widen because you have to show her having a realization here that she's remembering.
I think for a moment, and I know we don't want to do like a complete pitting against each other, but if her character is all about doing the easiest thing to get out of a situation of peril, where she would rather stalk and cut off the hand of a mayor to get Yuri blood instead of engaging in a conversation with the coyote and the wolf, who are essentially strangers still in that scene. If she would rather take on an army of monsters that she is not physically able to fight instead of, trusting another human being to the fullest extent, how do you think that kind of person reacts to knowing that the one person that you started to think you could trust led you into the worst possible situation you could probably be in? Does she get physical? Does she get violent here?
I would rather she didn't, but I am open to that being a possibility.
I would also rather she didn't too. I want this to be more emotionally charged. But she's a fighter. She's the fight in fight or flight. So I think there needs to be some sort of tension change, an atmospheric change. Something needs to happen where I don't want her to like throw punches. And I don't even know if I want her to like pin him against the wall or anything. But I want there to be, I don't even think she's physically able to.
Honestly,
maybe that's it.
I think the simplest answer might be a good idea, where to me, I think they have their weapons. I don't think they lost anything, but they just can't get out, which we can worry about that later. But I think she like draws like a knife or her sword or something, and that changes the atmosphere. But then the coyote's just like, because remember, he's already got some depression and whatnot going on, or at least he did before meeting Jean-Yé. So he's just like, do it. Yeah. And that's what prevents her from doing it.
I really like that.
Because she's smart enough to know that nobody who intentionally kind of betrayed somebody, well, I mean, I don't know. It depends on the person maybe, but I feel like that's enough to kind of... But I mean, I don't know. To me, this scene ends in a hug. But that's just me.
Yeah. It could probably end in something similar to a hug.
Okay, so he's just ex-nayed that idea.
I'm not ex-naying the hug. It's Thanksgiving after all.
Yeah.
It is Thanksgiving after all.
I don't
know.
We
have to practice gratitude. Our characters may have to practice gratitude and thankfulness and give each other a schmaltzy little hug.
Yeah.
This monster prison.
I'm sick of seeing stories where like somebody is like just broken and clearly they just need a hug and then they just don't get it. And I'm just like, what the fuck, dude? Like, just let them have it.
Okay, you know what? If we're gonna have, because I am revisiting the point that we had from the first time we tried to write this emotional scene, is that I want the coyote to cry because we haven't. I don't think there's enough movies where masculine male characters are willing to cry and let their emotions out display on screen.
Yeah.
So maybe if we're doing that, he deserves a hug. Fuck it. He deserves a hug from his friend. Come on.
That's my vision, is the tears well up, and then to encourage him to let that out, she gives him a hug, and then that's when it kind of... That was my thought process.
The visual is funny that it's just like they're having this like almost like rom-com type of hug energy where it's like they're in the rain, and then you just see in the background it's like a monster like...
Okay, their view is the fucking abyss, okay? They can't see other cells, all right? I mean, I guess they can, like across.
Carl, quiet down. I'm trying to have a moment. Carl, please. I'm trying to hug my friend.
Oh, my God. So stupid.
Anyways.
All right.
Anyway.
So... so he says do it, right? Or something it's all temp dialogue, right?
Yeah.
So
Coyote, I think he almost like helps her out. He grabs the sword, put it against his neck. Do it. Do us both a favor.
Yeah. Shit, where do we go from there? She has to react to that.
Freezes. It feels too real now that it's a friend.
Why are you talking like that?
Huh?
You're just... It feels too real now that it's...
Oh, wait, really?
Friend. Yeah, that's what it sounded like to me.
Listen, doing the freak out monster voice takes a little bit out of me. I'm gonna be completely honest.
It sounds like you're crying, like you had a friend over and you lost a video game and you're talking to your mom about it. Stop killing me.
Mom always lets me be Mario, and I never get to be. I'm not ever Luigi.
Oh man. This is gonna be a clip on Instagram in a few months.
Yeah, that's gonna be a banger. Anyways, I gotta catch my breath for a second.
Yeah, it's the correct like bullet point answer, but you were just talking fucking weird.
It's also the correct energy to read that statement. I'm gonna be honest. It's like my friends are fighting and I hate it. My friends are fighting. Anyways. Okay, we're good. But he... I'm thinking about it now.
Yeah.
It feels too real now that it's a friend, but he's not letting this go too easily.
You got it? Yep, there it is. Perfect.
Valid crash out from Coyote.
Okay.
Fucking do it already. Or I will.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Okay.
And
backpedal. Well, no, I was thinking about it because he's been in there for a couple of days, but I'm also just like, you know what? He's been out of it for a couple of days. Maybe he's just now kind of realizing this is his option.
Yeah. I think like when we meet him and he's kind of like staring off into nothingness, that's what he's been doing all this whole time. I was just in his thoughts.
I was thinking the logic through it, and then I realized, oh no, that actually does make sense.
Okay, well I'm gonna go back up here. Coyote's beaten up and fetal in a quarter.
Wait, where?
Eyes baggy.
Yeah, he hasn't slept.
Face haggard. He's been there, not sleeping for days, as long as Junye has been out. And now he's finally now that the blood is running, the adrenaline is running in this kind of situation.
Sure.
I still think for Jean-Ye, she's valid to feel upset. Honestly, like, I think the audience can agree. She's valid to feel upset. Yeah. And the coyote reacting in this way does not detract from her feelings, but she, as an emotionally more intelligent person and someone that has come to trust the coyote, is able to pivot and be like, I feel more for you than I feel fearful for me in this moment. And then she's going to have her dark night of the soul moment and crash out herself. Yes.
To me, it's also a question of she's now seeing that this is what he's feeling. And it's like she doesn't actually have all the details. She doesn't necessarily know what happened. So I feel like it's a mixture of, yes, the emotional intelligence piece, but also, wait, is this his fault or is this me overreacting?
Right. Yeah.
She's second guessing literally everything in that moment.
She's unwrapping the complex web of that we've created here the same way the audience is, where the audience is like, okay, but is he valid for having to do this? Is he like completely in the wrong? Not really, because he's just been doing what he thought was always right. And Jean-Ye is realizing this almost the same time as the audience is questioning what they think is the right move. And I think if we keep our characters on pace with what the audience is thinking, that's going to be way more engaging to watch. So, yeah, as she sees this, Jean-Ye, I think maybe this is the part, maybe about here, where Coyote eyes start to well up. Is that right?
That might be too soon, though.
Oh, you want to keep going?
Maybe because I don't know. I think we have Jean-Ye react to the fucking do it already line. I think she has to kind of respond to that.
I still want her to have like a freak out moment because she deserves to feel some rage. She's warranted. And so something like that where she says, some savior you are, you were supposed to help me and look where we are. Like, I think she gets that. She earns a moment like that. Now we have to have her react to the line, fucking do it already, or I will.
So for podcast listeners, we've added some savior you are to just before she puts the sword against his neck. Now we're going to after the fucking do it already line.
Back to do it already, and he grabs the sword and pushes against his neck. Either some blood draws, not a lot, but like he's not just saying this to say it. Like he means what he says here, and then Jean-Ye has to have some sort of reaction. She's still loopy at this point. She's still kind of not fully there, but she's starting to like regain her senses because she's about to have to lead the coyote out of this situation. Yeah. We do have to remember that he only has one arm. The coyote only has one arm still.
And a broken ankle. But also, it's going to help.
And a broken ankle.
She's loopy now, but if we do this like time where he has his emotional moment, it'll give her time. Especially if we maybe we fade away from them to like the warden for one bullet point to give them time to kind of get themselves together. Like we cut away from the hug kind of thing, maybe.
Like after this? Okay, yeah.
But that's towards the end of this conversation, which we're kind of still working on. But I wonder, maybe Jean-Ye just like stumbles backwards and like falls down, and just drops the sword on the ground. Maybe she's just like, she's having like these emotions where it's like, I need to not think like an assassin here, maybe.
One thing I want to do the proper screenwriting thing, which is make your audience think that before a character does the expected move, they could possibly do the move that you don't expect them to do.
Yeah.
And this is, I mean, basically that's what the whole character arc is. I mean, an audience, well, in most movies, an audience innately understands where a character is going to end up, and it's usually going to be a little more positive than it is when it began. Mm-hmm. But you have to believe that the character is going to do the dark path. And Janae kind of does do the dark path, if we're being honest. But she kind of comes back. But yeah, so we have to make the audience believe that she's, her sword looks Coyote deep in the eyes. Right now, he's just another perp in her way. Mm-hmm. But just for a moment, she retracts her sword, stumbles back, discards it. Coyote, what does he do?
Ooh.
She balls her fists. I still want her to kind of like get some sort of cathartic thing out. Like, she's still upset, but she's not going to hurt the Coyote in this moment.
Finish your thought, and if it works, I've
maybe just
got
like
an idea.
I'm just gonna come back to it, but
she could just like slam her fist on the ground and just be like, "Damn it!"
That's what I was thinking.
I mean, it's a small detail, but and again, we can throw that in there and then change it later with temporary, because this is temporary dialogue and whatnot.
But the idea is that she still lets some of her frustration out, even though she refuses to hurt the Coyote right now.
So, okay. Here's what popped into my head while you were doing that. The Coyote is like, fine, and he gets his gun out, and he's about to do it.
And I was waiting for you to say it, but it was in my head.
She has to jump in, and she uses her martial arts to get that out of his hand, and now she's like, I don't think she's had to deal with something like that before, so now she's like kind of having some what's the like an adrenaline thing where she's just like, what are you doing? Like what just happened there? Because she's used to killing other people, but not maybe people having this sort of issue. I don't know. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. I mean, this moment that you're currently working on makes sense to me, but I just don't know what her reaction would be.
It gets to like, the point where it gets to like right here makes sense, and then I guess she picks it out of his hand, and then he starts to kind of tear up, and then we get a hug, or is there another way this plays out?
I'm trying to think. Because this is a big deal for anybody to do something like this. This is, and you know what? We're gonna have to. I'm gonna say we're gonna include the suicide hotline in the description, because people
that's
need,
a great idea, guys.
People need to. There's a better answer. There's always a better answer, and
absolutely.
There's
always a support system there for you. Call the number, and I guarantee you it's
so much better than this. But I want to make sure that I want this to be very human, very genuine. So I'm kind of just like, Okay, so go ahead and write. Let's see. She grabs the gun and maybe smacks his wrist, and that causes him to lose his grip, so she has the gun. Let's get it to where she has the gun. Right? And then we can focus on how they respond emotionally. I think.
Yes. I'm thinking if there's
All right, I'm going to go ahead and write that.
Yeah, I'm thinking if there's any alternative to that.
Okay.
Right now, I'm not thinking. Like, is there another course of action Jeunie can do besides taking the gun from him?
I don't think she doesn't like hurt him. She just disarms him. Like she's literally.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, is there?
Yeah. Oh, you're thinking
here?
of like her talking him down.
Not even talking him down. I'm exhausting everything before we just like full steam in that, because it feels right. I'm just making sure there's nothing else. Like,
actually, you know what? I'm gonna also let me for sure do this. She stands slowly. That way, she's prepped to do whatever we decide here. I mean, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeunie defensively kicks the gun out of his hand, grabs it.
Yeah. So. Okay. Let me share this too. So our idea is we end in a hug. We sit on that for a beat maybe, and then we go to the warden. And then I think when we come back, the coyote is finishing the full story of what happened.
Okay, sure.
So I think, because then that catches Jeunie up without the audience having to sit through that conversation, because we don't need to hear what we've just seen.
I'm adding a detail.
Okay.
Up at the top. From deep within the cavity of the prison, the cacophonous echoes of monster howls. Mm-hmm. It's like faint, it's in the background, but I think for the coyote, it's like a drill in his head. Hearing all these monsters, I think, reminds him of all this stuff that he's done. Yeah, absolutely.
Monster howls and human screams, because there's humans in here.
We mix it in.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that works on a character metaphorical level.
Yeah.
Of how there's no distinction for the monster hunters in a way, and the coyote is having to reckon with that fact in this scene. I think that it's like the telltale heart, the Edgar Allan Poe story. Mm-hmm. Hearing the heartbeat is driving the coyote. Hearing those noises driving him to be more irrational in this scene, because it's just like haunting him. I think that kind of adds a layer to the emotions here. So,
yeah.
A moment of silence between the two,
yeah.
Where the howls and screams fill the air. Mm-hmm. Coyote
What, does Coyote react first, or does Jeunie react first? God, this is fucking tough, isn't it?
Yeah. Here's what I'll say. Okay. And I did say, I have said this before, but I know your specialty is action scenes. You're like first string action writer. You're way better at it than I am. I'm cool with admitting that. Yeah, you're way better at fight scenes than I am. I suck at that kind of shit. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm just. I've practiced. Well, yeah. What I was gonna say is I've practiced it more. I think
he's really good, folks.
Yeah,
and I'm thankful to have him as my writing partner, because he fills a void that I can't really do that well. Yeah. So I'm thankful.
You're more. I don't even know what the word is, but there's emotional, but you hit a whimsical thing.
But like as I was saying, because you're really, really good at action. And I think part of being writers is knowing what you're good at, what you're not good at. I feel confident, more confident than most anything in these emotional kind of bubbling scenes like this. Yeah. And I can already say this is probably going to be my favorite scene in the movie. I can go ahead and say that at the end of the day, this is going to be my favorite to write. This is going to be my favorite to watch. Well, and what I'm like when I'm seeing right now, I'm really liking, and I think it works. We're putting the characters in like tough situations and watching them squirm. I'm just trying to think of what's the bridge to get from Coyote almost, doing the thing and getting to that hug in a way that feels earned.
Yeah.
And I think we're so close. I don't think there's but like 2 or 3 more bullet points left in this scene, but we're really close to getting to that kind of catharsis. And it's not a full catharsis, but it's enough to get us to the next scenes.
Yeah. Can I share what I'm thinking?
Yes.
So, because I don't want to step on your toes here, because you are better at this than I am, I will admit. But
no, you got this.
So, I almost wonder, because we have our moment of silence, I almost wonder if we have Jeunet react, just like, what are you doing? You react to this attempt, essentially. And then he's kind of just like, it triggers him to start opening up. So he's just like, I've lost everything. There's no point for me anymore. That sort of talk. And that kind of, I would even argue that leads to welling up in her eyes. But then it ultimately transitions into him, full-blown crying that gets into our hug, and that gets us out of this scene, essentially. That was my image, but I also know that there's probably other ways to go about that. But I feel like making this a big deal is very important before we get to our kind of ending bullet point. But his cogs are turning, ladies and gentlemen. And when that happens, and it does happen often, and it usually does create something wonderful. But, I'm running out of things to say, and
we're getting there, thinking of things.
Yeah, we're getting there. And I mean, this is one of the most important scenes in the movie, because this is going to show growth for the Coyote. And honestly, it's going to show a little growth for Jeunet as well, because she is making essentially her first real friend since she left China. At least in my mind. I mean, I know she, at the beginning, was wandering around the desert for a lot of it, but we don't know where she, landed from her ship or whatever. And I'm still just kind of stalling so that Braydan has plenty of time to think. I'm making sure there's no dead air.
I have something.
He's got something. Let's listen. Or read.
We planted a seed here at the top of the scene. I retroactively planted because I kind of wanted a moment. It's the screams, it's the sound, it's the howls, it's the monsters, it's the people. And as I explained, it's forcing the Coyote to confront his sins directly. He has to hear it. The telltale heart, is beating. He can't stop listening to it. After this crash out, what are we left in? Silence. He's having to hear it. So where my head goes to immediately is the Coyote almost says as much, and he already knows. He begs Jeunet to say something, make noise, because this uncomfortable silence is too much for him to bear, and he's not ready yet to let the dams burst forth. And what I think Jeonye says in response is something simple, something that's showing her heart a little bit, and allows the coyote to shed some tears. We get a hug, and then at some point, he gets to monologue. He gets to talk for the first time, really.
Yeah. Which we could even have that occur some of the time after they've gotten out too. Like we could have something initially in here and then have him continue that outside too. But that would be the portion between action. Okay, so then what are we gonna write here? Oh, he gets up. Okay.
Automatically pulling at his hair. You know, he's really fidgety. The noise is getting to him.
Mm-hmm.
The noise is getting to him. He's uncomfortable that Jeonye is just not saying anything.
Okay.
And it's just kind of staying there. And I don't think, because he's not very emotionally intelligent. We already know this. I don't think he even like understands why Jeonye reacts the way she does in just like stunned silence. I think he understands like I did something shitty to you, and I offered you an out. Like you can kind of get your comeuppance in a very dark kind of way, and it's something that I've seen you do. So why me? Why now? Why this? Why don't you say anything? Why? And then she has to basically be like, calm down, bro. Take a chill pill, bro.
Yeah, he's like on the verge of insanity, and she has to bring him back.
Yeah. Just say. Okay. Kind of. What?
You were gonna say just say something, and then my mind immediately jumped to her saying something. Which is so stupid. That is
and the coyote's just like,
what the fuck, man? Like, what? Really?
Bro.
All right. We got to take this seriously. This is a very sensitive subject.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
It's my fault, though. Damn it, there's another controversy.
Audience, I apologize.
I apologize.
Controversy.
Yep. Okay. Avoided. Oh, shit. All right.
Okay. He's freaking the fuck out.
Right.
Jeonye, I mean, I think she kind of approaches him like a dangerous dog, like almost like easing up towards him and just kind of like jumping back. Like she doesn't really know how to approach this situation. And then maybe not. I don't know. I don't think that's working.
Maybe.
It's frozen in indecision.
Yeah.
That's not really working for me.
This is harder than I thought it would be.
What I want is for him to address the elephant in the room, that these noises are bothering him. And then I want Jeonye to diffuse it by saying something that opens the floodgates and allows for the tears and allows for the hug and allows for the transition to Warden, which allows for the transition back to where the coyote is able to talk, like an adult, or like an adult who has got some sense of like how this conversation should go.
You know what we're having trouble with, though, is that Jeunie doesn't have all the information, so she's having to do this without knowing what happened. Because it's like if we had the coyote just like motion to the sounds and be like, I did this, she can't just be like, no, you didn't. Because obviously if she knew, she would know to say that. But because she doesn't know... I mean, she could definitely, after, he tells the story, say something like that. But, okay, that's good.
He yells out, trying to get the noises to subside. Nah, that's not working. I don't like that. Quiet! He's plugging his ears, but he's got a nub. So he has one finger in his ears and he's using a nub for the other one. That's funny to me for some reason. I don't know why that's funny to me, but it is. Okay. That just makes it more tragic. Like he can't even cover.
God,
his
yeah,
ears.
that is awful, isn't it? This whole situation that we've created for these two is terrible, if we're honest. Terrible in a good way.
Wait a minute. Ooh, I don't know. There's almost a light bulb moment. Bing. I don't know.
Okay.
You can tell me what you think.
Okay, go for it.
Okay, so he plugs his ear with his one hand. The noise is getting to him. It's too loud, even for the audience watching this at home. Before a full-blown insanity meltdown, silence, calmness, all the screaming / howling cuts out. Coyote looks up, sees Jeunie covering his other ear.
Yes!
Yeah. It's so simple. And it's not even that Jeunie is even saying that, like, you didn't do this. It's like, it's okay, because she doesn't have the information yet. What she's doing is getting him to just come back to Earth so that we can talk about this. And where you're basically what she's saying here is where you're lacking, I'm able to come in and help you. And so
she's smart enough to put this together too. It's just like, this is brilliant.
Coyote starts breaking into tears. Jeunie tears up as well. I think hers is still a mix of anger. I think she's still mad, but she's just trusting him to a way. It's like, maybe by helping you, I will kind of
I don't know if it's
calm
anger.
down.
I would at this. Okay, if I'm in her shoes, I'm more confused than angry.
Sure. Okay.
I'm in a place where I'm just like, she still tears up because of how crazy this entire scenario is, but it's at this point she doesn't need to get revenge or anything. She just needs to know what happened.
Oh no, not revenge. Anything. I think she's still just kind of upset at everything that's happened. And I think she's well within her right to feel that way.
Yeah, that is
She's
fair.
a bundle of an emotion. And I don't think, because I think this kind of happens too often in some movies where it's like a character rightfully feels something, but they have to kind of drop all their feelings when another character enters the scene and it's their scene. Yes, she's still doing that because she's kind of emotionally enlightened and she's kind of putting her trust in the Coyote and being like we could talk about this.
Yeah.
She still feels everything that she felt before the scene, and she hasn't worked it out, evidenced by how she's going to do her Dark Night of the Soul moment later on, because she hasn't been able to process her things by helping Coyote process his things.
Something I'd like
so
to...
she's still a bundle of emotion, but we still get they hug.
Something I'd like to cover here is her emotional intelligence, to me, comes from... She's technically overcome this idea of her being the monster back when she was in China, but she's going through it again. So it's like that's where her emotional intelligence comes from, because she kind of figured out that she was a monster, and she's trying to actively leave that behind, but she's in tune with her emotions, and she understands what...
Sure.
She's already gone through this.
Yeah.
And that's why it's working here.
What I think... frozen?
You are.
Okay. Anyways.
Yep.
Hold on.
Yep.
Let me just...
Oh.
Hello?
Yep. You got it. I believe. I believe. Yep. Yuppers. Yep.
Okay. Basically, what I'm... Yeah. What we'll have to do with this. What I'm... Fuck, I forgot what I was going to say. God damn it. Okay, say the last thing that you said, and maybe it'll refresh me.
Oh, shit. I don't remember what I said 2 seconds ago.
Oh, okay. What we were saying is how Jeon-Ye is enlightened emotionally because of her basically fleeing from what she knows she is deep inside, but hasn't actually fully addressed up until this point, and still hasn't addressed it at all. What I'm thinking, actually, this scene does is sets up a powder keg. We're lighting the fuse for her eventual kind of Dark Night of the Soul moment, because what she's not doing here is what she hasn't been doing the whole time, which is actually addressing her problem and her deep-seated feelings of
I think she's also being the person that she wishes she had when she was going through her issues from when she was back home.
Correct.
And she's...
And we're back.
You're back.
Correct.
But she is desperately trying to be that for him, and...
Doesn't really know
I
how.
Think she's
completely
essentially giving him the benefit of the doubt, because she doesn't feel like somebody who intentionally betrayed another person would act this way. And I think she's smart enough to kind of put that together without knowing details.
Yes.
Because, I mean, that's
okay, so
most of her characters, like intuition and knowing this sort of thing. So
yes, she's all about picking up cues.
Right.
Because that was her whole thing in China as an assassin, like picking up cues. So it's baked into her, whether she likes it or not. That's her strength as a character. It also happens to kind of tie into her biggest weakness, is that sometimes her mind conjures up intuitions that aren't completely there. That kind of gets into the paranoia and all. So we're setting her up to basically confront all of those complicated feelings head on later on in the sequence. But that's why I like this for her, because she's getting to do a hero moment here that maybe redeems her in the eyes of some audience members because of things that she did in sequence 2.1 and all. I think the lopping off a guy's hand is a lot to come back from, but you know what I mean? But but we're still leaving room for her, for the audience to understand. It's like we have work on her character to do, but it's a little win for her. It's a little win for these two characters. It's not a great one, but it's enough to kind of push us into the next few scenes with a bit of momentum and a bit of an uphill in the roller coaster before we hit the biggest down.
Yes.
So I don't know about you. I'm liking how this is looking so far.
Yep.
I think it works. I think it lands, but we'll have to see it in context with other scenes. but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
I think we hit the emotions.
I'm gonna put some space between that right there. So
Sure.
let's
Yes.
very quickly. We go to the warden who takes a needle and pokes his thumb, and we can change. I just wanted to get this down so we can change it later.
Okay.
His thumb, and blood shoots out and forms a vision of Junier and Coyote's cell.
Sure. Yeah. We're getting into prison break time.
How cute.
Oh, how cute. Yeah. Okay, cool.
And then the next one, and we'll probably need more here, but we're out of time, so I'm trying to just get this written down. Coyote finishes telling Junier the whole
Down low
story with the council and leader. And that essentially will bring us
to prison break time.
to 2.3. So, because we've been in 2.2 for this whole time, actually.
Yeah.
But
I kind of think that what we just wrote today is 2.3 still, but we'll worry about that later. It
based
doesn't.
on this,
Don't really have to worry about that right now.
Based on this, this is what you said last time. So that's what I was going based on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, then
We'll tweak it. We don't have to worry about it today.
Okay.
We'll look at it later and see where it fits. But
hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Again,
thank you.
Suicide's not the answer. We're gonna leave the number below. There's some very heavy topics. We'll probably put a trigger warning at some point because this was, I think, darker than the original version that we had, which we kind of did. We were going to tap into this kind of realm, but this one kind of gets really into it.
I hope everyone understands that we're creating a fictional narrative here. This doesn't reflect reality in any which way. There's always an avenue to seek help. There's always networks there for you. And I think we both really hope that y'all understand that what's being reflected on the page is a story, and
hopefully it does kind of, even though it is fictional, I hope it will open the eyes of maybe people who might have friends that are kind of dealing with this sort of thing and kind of reach out and become that support system. So with that being said, leave a like, leave a dislike, leave a comment, give us kind of your feedback.
Give us
how
some
we can
feedback.
change.
We'd love to hear that.
Ideas for whatever sketches this feature film, short films.
For sure.
If you find yourself wanting to watch us every week, instead of searching for us, you can subscribe. It'll show up on the homepage at least a bit more often.
Hit the button. Hit the button. Hit the bell for notifications when we upload a new video.
Check out our socials, Instagram, TikTok, the other podcast platforms.
Links
Spotify.
Down below.
Yeah, it'll all be down there.
Hit them up.
And
tell them about the form.
Oh, yeah. So
we're still doing that.
We got a Google form where you can answer a few questions, and then we can kind of go over those things, see if you can come on the show, promote something maybe. Maybe you have an idea to write something with us. But that's
We'd love to have you on.
It's in the description. And we're on winter break right now. So we're both trying to kind of take some time because our last break that we were on, we ended up posting more podcast stuff. We're gonna try posting more solo-based items or just other ideas besides the podcast. Maybe we can do together. Either way.
Love about this show so much is that we kind of just get to do what we love, which is right. And I think part of that is experimenting with how we give content to y'all. So, I mean, we have some ideas that we're going to film over this break, but if y'all have stuff, let us know in the description. If y'all have something that y'all would want us to see, I mean, I'd love to hear what y'all have and what y'all are wanting. Let us know, because we just want to, we want to make the content that y'all like, and we want to make the content that we like.
They can't write in the description. The comments. Okay.
I would like to address a controversy.
On that note, happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Hope
happy Thanksgiving. Happy Black Friday. Be safe out there. Okay.
My God,
let's not push some people.
Big true.
Have you been Black Friday shopping?
I've forbidden myself at this point. I think I have a couple of times, but
Probably
at this point, I'm just like, I'll do Cyber Monday or whatever.
Cyber Monday. Yeah. Maybe take it safe and do Cyber Monday instead. But I mean, I know this is technically the last episode of November, so December's rolling up, and I know y'all Thanksgiving haters. First of all, I'm gonna take it personally, but I forgive you. But December's on the way, so expect, like we did for Halloween, let's get Christmassy. If y'all like Christmas, we'll do Christmassy stuff. I know that's your favorite holiday, Cole. So,
yeah. I mean, it was at one point. I don't know. I mean, holidays are holidays. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a favorite holiday at the moment. It's weird. I'm going through it. It's another phase I'm going through where it's like I just don't have a favorite holiday. You're
a holiday free agent. You can sign to whatever holiday you want.
I'm one of those where I would just like to be like, let's just try and make every day special. Which sounds lame as fuck, but I'm also just like...
No, it's schmaltzy as hell, sure. But I like the sentiment.
Like, I know y'all with my birthday, I'm just like, yeah, okay.
Oh, no, I'm completely with you. I hate birthdays. I still made you that gift, which I know that the night that I got you is still sitting up there. So that's still coming to you. Don't worry. Cut in the moment where I gave Cole a birthday present.
6 months later.
Shut
That's so funny.
First of all, shut up. I can throw that in the garbage and you get nothing.
Damn. You gotta throw your own creation in the garbage? It's
Thanksgiving. That's not very thankful of me. That's not very thankful of me.
No, it's not very thankful of me. I am very, like, it is very cool. I am very, I mean, I haven't seen it in person, but I am happy with it.
Well, I'm sure I want to hang out in person more, so I'll get it to you. But as I was saying, for y'all Christmas fans, expect some Christmas stuff. Expect a Christmas special, which I'm very excited about. But the writer's room is in full swing again. We're back on the horse.
Yes, and we'll finish the Halloween special at some point as well. But
yeah, fuck that guy.
Bye.